Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tofik. Today we are going to discuss the hematology section. You'll get a lot of questions from this hematology section. So let us just clear some basic first from this section and we'll start with the RBC indices. All of you know that is pixel volume, mean corpuscular volume, mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration. And at the end of the session, we'll discuss the link of hematocrit or pixel volume with dengue fever. So as you can see, my first slide is pixel volume. All of us know that is in 100 ml of blood, the plasma is 55% and the cells are 45%. So what are the cells? This is you can say RBC, WBC, and platelets. In this given picture, you can see there is a blue area, and in this blue area there is WBC and platelets. They are really less in number. And you can see the red circle that is representing RBC, that is 45% of the area, and you can see some black dotted area. Okay, so this area are representing plasma. So what is the pixel volume? This is the volume occupied by RBC when they are packed within the blood. That means this all of the RBC are packed or coming together. When they are coming together, the total volume will be pixel volume. So from this picture you can know the pixel volume, the normal pixel volume is 44%, and for the numerical issue we can say it might be 45%. Okay, let's just move to mean corpuscular volume. So what does it mean? Mean corpuscular volume means it is the volume of a single RBC. So from this picture, we have two pictures, like picture 1 and picture 2. In this picture, there's a common thing, the volume, total volume. The total volume is same, that is 45. But look at the size of this RBC. Can you see some differences? Yes. The size of the RBC in first picture is big or bigger in size. The size of the RBC in the second picture is smaller in size. If the size of the RBC is bigger in size, we call it macrocyte, and if it smaller in size, it is microcyte. So mean corpuscular volume means volume of a single RBC. So for the comparison we can draw two pictures. So this is smaller in size, it's called macrocytic. The volume is less in size, it is the bigger in size, the volume is bigger. So this is called macrocytic. You have to just remember the single value. What is the mean corpuscular volume? Normally 90 femtoliter. Okay, so what is the total hemoglobin in our body? So total hemoglobin will be one third of pixel volume. So from where this one third comes? So I have drawn a normal RBC there. The central one third representing hemoglobin, that is one third, and rest of the thing is two third portion. So the hemoglobin relies in one third portion. So pixel volume, as you can see, this is the pixel volume. So this is the total volume of RBC, that is 45%. So in this 45%, the hemoglobin will be one third. So if you do the math, you'll get 50 gram per deciliter. So this is the total hemoglobin of our body, that is 15 gram per deciliter. Mean corpuscular hemoglobin. What does it mean? It is the amount of hemoglobin in a single RBC. Let's just assume that you have a bottle and the bottle containing water. If you have a small bottle like this one, if you have a small bottle like this one, it can contain 5 ml of water. If you have a big bottle, it will contain more water. Assume that 50 ml. So size of the bottle matters. Yes, size matters. So in this case, the amount of hemoglobin in one RBC, in the figure number 1, you can see this RBC size is small, so it will contain less hemoglobin. So in microcytic anemia, the MCH or mean corpuscular hemoglobin or the hemoglobin in single RBC will be less in amount. In macrocytic anemia, the cell will be bigger in size, So the hemoglobin will be more, so we'll get MCH increased because the bottle is big, so it will contain more water. Let's just move to MCHC, or mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration. It is a degree of hemoglobin filling in a single RBC. What does it mean? In this normal case, one third, two third, hemoglobin is one third, and rest of the thing is two third. So if the RBC is, or the RBC normal in size, but the hemoglobin is less in amount, like the RBC is normal in size, but the hemoglobin is less in amount, like 4/5 and 1/5. The hemoglobin is 1/5, and the rest of the thing is 4/5. So degree of hemoglobin filling is less in this case. So in microcytic anemia, we found this thing. The degree of filling is less in microcytic anemia. So in microcytic anemia, MCHC will be less in amount. What about this thing? You can see the hemoglobin is really big in amount. It might be 4/5, and rest of the thing will be 1/5. So MCHC will be increased in this case. What is the thing? It is normal. In normal case, it is 33%, or 1/3. You can say 1/3. If you just divide it by 100, it will get 33%. Okay. So what is the important thing for knowing this thing? One of the most important thing, or the frequently coming topic in your UKMLA exam, that is iron deficiency anemia and megaloblastic anemia. And megaloblastic anemia are folic acid deficiency, vitamin B12 deficiency. So they'll give you data, and it will shows that the MCV will increase, MCH will increase or decrease, MCH will be increase or decrease or normal. You have to interpret all of this data, and you have to come to a conclusion. Okay, they are asking me about iron deficiency anemia, or they are asking me about the vitamin B12 deficiency. So you have to really understand this thing. Okay, let's just move into this thing. In microcytic hypochromic anemia, you'll get MCV decreased, MCH decreased, MCH decreased. How? Microcytic, that's when the cell is smaller. The cell is smaller. That I have written there, smaller cell. In normal cell will be like this, but it becomes smaller cell. So the volume has decreased, so MCH is decreased, MCV is decreased. And mid corpuscular hemoglobin, as I have told you though, that if you have a small bottle, there will be less water, similar this like, so there will be less hemoglobin. MCHC, degree of filling, as the cell is smaller in size, the filling will be less, so three of them will be decreased. In normocytic normochromic anemia, what does it mean? That's mean you are a normal person. I'm cutting your hand, so your hand is pouring with blood, lots of blood is out of your hand. That's why you have anemia, but there is no change in RBC height, shape, or anything else. So these will be called normocytic normochromic anemia. What about the microcytic anemia? The MCV will be increased. What does it mean? Like the cell is bigger in amount, so the volume has increased, so MCV will be increased. MCH, mean corpuscular hemoglobin. I have told you so. You have a big bottle, so you will get more water. So MCH will increase. But I have written this in red color, MCHC, or degree of filling is normal. How? Let's just move to this picture. This is our normal cell. 1/3 is hemoglobin, 2/3 is the rest of the thing. So in macrocytic anemia, the cell size has increased. Also hemoglobin has increased. Both of them has increased. So if you make a proportion, you'll get 1/3 and 2/3. As not a single thing has increased. Like if this happened like this, you will get a different proportion, or if it make this, you will get a different equation. But in this case, rest of the thing and the hemoglobin, both of them has increased proportionally. That's why we get 2/3 and 1/3 ratio. So in macrocytic anemia, you'll find MCAC normal, really important for your exam. Okay, now we are just facing a crisis of dengue fever. and we are really bothered about the hematocrit or the pixel volume. What does it mean? In a normal case, I have the first picture showing the normal. We have 55% of plasma and 45% of RBC. In dengue fever, there is inflammation of the vessel and the fluid leaks out of the vessel. So there will be less plasma and normal RBC. Just assume that there is 50 lakh of RBC. And in this case, also 50 lakh of RBC, but the fluid portion has decreased. So if you make a proportion there of if you make a percentage there, you'll get less in amount, the plasma will be less in amount, and the RBC, although it's normal in amount, but if you make a percentage, you'll get more higher percentage. So the packed cell volume or PCV has increased. So what's the next step for this thing? You have to give fluid to this patient so that you can increase the plasma level so the patient can survive. This is all for today. And also one of the important thing is knowing the pixel volume is really important. Our next topic will be polycythemia, and I'll upload it really soon. Thank you for hearing all of this thing. Stay tuned. Allah Hafiz.